back once again with a Battlefield Bad Company 2 video. You may be noticing something a little bit different on this one. This is taking place in a game of Hardcore Squad Deathmatch. I believe this will be the first hardcore match I've posted to my channel, and with good reason. I am not much of a fan of hardcore. I've mostly ignored it in Battlefield, because a lot of times I feel it's just too much camping then, there's no kill cam, you can't tell where they're at. And that tends to lead people to sit back and not move, which basically this game had a lot of, to certainly not my surprise. However, I've been playing with MSU Killers a lot, and he's mostly a hardcore only player. And he's been sucking it up and coming over to playing core with me in MW2 or some Battlefield, so I figured I would take a walk in his shoes, so to speak, and try out hardcore. And this was one of the games we had. I decided to run Assault and bust out the F2000, a gun that I don't really see too many people using. I really don't even remember ever being killed by it, actually, so I'm not sure. I definitely don't run across it. And it could be for good reason on core. But at hardcore, I found it to be a very successful weapon, really. I probably spent about 3 or 4 games using it, and it had very stable results, consistent. And speaking of consistency, let's dive into the damage. That is one of the consistent parts, is that it will do 12.5 damage at all ranges without Magnum. That makes it an 8-shot kill, whether you're 2 feet away or 300 yards or whatever. So it does take some time to kill with 8 shots. If you slap on Magnum, it will up the damage to 15.6 at all ranges, bringing it down to a 7-shot kill at all ranges, like I said. So it definitely has consistency on its side. And while it does have lower damage, it is made up for by having the fastest fire rate out of all assault rifles at 850 rounds per minute. And that does tend to come in handy. I thought it performed very well on hardcore. It can definitely get bullets downrange quicker than any of the other assault rifles. That to me is worth it. The AN or the M16 is probably stronger even on hardcore, but I enjoyed using it. It's definitely a unique gun, and it is a bit of a challenge, really, because you gotta. Well, I'll get to that. Alright, from there, it is basically the second slowest time to kill up close out of all assault rifles. And I think it's like the third slowest time to kill at long range out of all assault rifles. So it's definitely not a front runner. It's not a head of the pack type weapon. But if you're looking for some variety, you're looking for something different to try out, the F2000 can be fun to try. I lobbed that C4 just a little short. Did you guys know you could throw C4 that far? I learned that a couple weeks ago, and I gotta say, that was an amazing tip. One of you subscribers sent me a video on how to throw C4. And it was absolutely outstanding to learn that. I went all this time and I didn't know you could throw it that far. So if you guys ever get bored and want to play around with C4, do a search in the YouTube for how to throw C4. You'll probably find a video that's pretty helpful. Alright, moving on. The magazine for this gun has 30 rounds, which is pretty standard. It takes 2.32 seconds to add bullets to the magazine, and it takes 3.1 seconds to fully reload from empty. It's about middle of the pack for all those stats, so it's not really much. He did see me teabag. That guy's been camping the whole damn match, and it felt good to kill him, I gotta say. He was annoying. Oh well. Well, I'm allowed to teabag every now and then. He deserved it, right? He was just a camper. Okay, another thing about this weapon is that it is tied for having the most kick/recoil of the assault rifles. For comparative reasons, it is identical in kick and recoil to the XM8, which is surprising to me because I didn't notice the XM8 having that strong of a recoil compared to this. So I did some digging and I figured out that while the F2000 and the XM8 does have identical recoils, which I found that a little surprising because I always thought the XM8 was pretty easy to use even as the assault rifle variant, so that was definitely interesting to learn. So there's really not too much more to add to this. It is a fun weapon. If you're into little things, I love the way the F2000 sounds. Even in MW2, I just like that sound of the weapon. It's unique. When you hear it firing, you can typically know exactly what it is that's shooting at you or shooting around you. You just don't hear it that often, which is a bit sad. Alright, so that really wraps it up for this weapon. It served me well in the 3 or 4 free-for-all, well not free-for-all, squad deathmatch I was using. And it, yeah, it's just solid. I did enjoy it on hardcore, like I said. I haven't played around with it too much except for, I think, one game on core. You can definitely tell it can be more frustrating on core. So, yeah, what do you guys think of the hardcore? Have you guys played it much? Like I said, I haven't, but I've been trying to try it out a little bit for the sake of the people I play with, you know, and if they're always playing the stuff I want to play, so it doesn't hurt me to try out the things they want. Well, I have a few minutes left here in the commentary. I thought I would address 2 things. One, I've had a lot of new subscribers over the last 2 weeks come to my channel, and I want to say welcome aboard. I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos and checking out my backlog to see what type of commentator and player I am. And with that in mind, I haven't done a Q&A session for a while, so let's use the comments of this video for questions. Ask whatever you want. Then on Friday, I'll pick a gameplay and try to answer as many questions as I can while commentating that gameplay. So if you guys want to leave whatever questions you have for me, go ahead, give it your best shot, and I will try to answer whatever you guys come up with on Friday. Alright, with that out of the way, I have been following the development of... Do you guys know who Woody's gamertag is? He's basically me for MW2. So, he's definitely a player that's all set on trying to help players, trying to give out information, trying to just help improve the people that watch his videos like I try to do for Battlefield. And for a while now he's had a site up that is dedicated to trying to get people to sign up, register the gamer tags, and find like-minded people to play together. Well, in his endeavor for that, he's gone a step forward. And on a site that's for that, he's made a set of forums. And I must say, since registering to these forums last night, it has been a very good experience. There is it's an internet forum based mostly around FPS players, and it's not full of douchebaggery, flaming, and a bunch of crap. It's a pretty cool atmosphere they got going on over there. I will leave the link in the description. Like I said, I've registered, I've been actively posting and chiming in on discussions. It's been a good time, so if you guys might want to interact with me more or other commentators on YouTube, there is quite a few guys over there, big names, Timar, Durka, so many others. So if you want to go over there and check out some things, you can join the fun. I am registered, of course, as Swordsman75, and you can find my profile there easily enough. So yeah, come on over, say hi, and enjoy the atmosphere that he's got going on over there. It's definitely a good thing. Okay, with that out of the way, I will see you Wednesday with probably a Skate 3 video since that was requested. Fair warning, however, a Skate video will probably be pretty terrible and consist of mostly fails. Yeah, 99% sure it'll be all fails. Alright guys, take care. I will see you Wednesday.